Welcome, Ringette fans, to the Cambridge Turbos National Ringette League Hub in Burlington, Ontario, here in the beautiful Greater Toronto area. We are coming to you live as the action happens with a second game of this Saturday morning, Eastern Ontario Capitals versus your Cambridge Turbos, two Ontario teams in their home province. My name is Emily Renneberg. I'll be giving you the play-by-play this wonderful morning, and I'm joined here by Gerald.
My name is Gerald Lammer, a longtime referee and coach in Ringette, and so I'm hoping to help out, give my comments for the game.
He'll give us all the insights on the color commentary. And I don't know, between the two of us, we have many decades of experience, but I don't think we've quantified that quite yet.
Decades? What's that word, decades? I don't know. I always say I'm just 33.
Is time even real? It's such a good point. Well, as our two teams warm up here, we've got the Eastern Ontario Capitals, which some of you will remember them as the Nepean Ravens. They did a rebrand this year and we're now in the dark blue and dark red jerseys. And the Cambridge Turbos, longtime team in this National Ringette League, I believe here since day one, actually. They are in the white and the orange as we get set for this matchup today. This is our first hub of the 2026 year. As you'll see the standings in front of us, these are the East standings with Reef Sud at the start. Now keep in mind, all of these different players or teams have played a number of different games, so they're not all on the exact same level here, but Cambridge Turbos and the Eastern Ontario Capitals have both struggled a lot this year, only both coming out with one win each. They have seen each other before. The last time they played each other was November 29th, the first and last. The Capitals came out on top. Their only win this season was against the Turbos. They came out on top with a 4-3 win. In the last hub in Montreal, the Turbos were 0-3, and the Capitals at their home hub were 1-2. So these teams have been struggling a little bit. The last time the Capitals played was the end of November, and the Turbos played more recently, December 14th. So, you know, shake off the dust a little bit. They'll want to reset for this new year. We're not super close to nationals, but we're starting to count down the days. I did a little bit of math this morning, Gerald. Yeah. And we're 78 days away from nationals.
That fast, okay. It's coming up fast. Yeah, it's just over 2 months.
Yes. And we'll have some highlight reel action here. We just saw Claire Lodge. She's one of the players that was well featured on the junior national team this year. We had the privilege of seeing the Worlds happening in Finland at the end of 2025, and not necessarily the result we were looking for, but some really close competition, which is something that we've been hoping to see from the Canadians in years past. Sophie Daigle was also the main goaltender on that junior national team, and wow, did she put on a show. She stood on her head. I think for me, she was one of the most standout players, so we'll definitely be watching her in today's game.
She's very acrobatic.
Absolutely.
That's for sure.
Absolutely. She's made some really key saves and kept Canada in those games against Finland. Mm-hmm. So we'll be looking forward to seeing how her career progresses. Again, both of those players, Claire Lodge and Sophie Daigle, being on the junior national team. So we'll see if that means they'll get to the senior level. We also have a junior national team member with Alyssa Perreault, number 8 on the Eastern Ontario Capitals. So some familiar faces for those players as well, because they do get to be on the same team at that point. But right now, they're bitter, bitter rivals.
That's correct.
So this hub is happening at the same time as a local tournament, the Burlington Blast tournament. So if you're joining us in Burlington, come say hello. If you're playing, check out some of that National Ringette League action. Come on down to the rink. We've got lots of fans on both sides here, a lot more than we did in our last game.
Well, looks like we're going to have a national anthem.
We'll have a national anthem start things off here.
Okay. We did the national anthems because Cambridge is the host. That's why.
There you go. Good to have some home fans here. As I was mentioning, the stands are starting to really fill up. If you come down here and you are under the age of 16 wearing a jersey, you get in free. And we see a lot of, looks like teammates and maybe people taking a quick break from the Blast tournament and watching I think this is the best sport in the world. I don't think I'm very biased, but I do think this is the best sport in the world. And this is the best league in our sport. So
they say give a girl a ring and she'll play forever.
Well, we hope so. Sport for life. Now the Turbo starting at center with the free pass. And Wyville early tries to get some speed in there. She'll try and pick up her own rebound, but as she lost that ring, she skated into the crease, so that'll get blown down. Or actually, no, Capitals walked into their own crease, so Turbos will get the ring back here. Early action in the zone. Turbos up top with the back fake. Babineau loses the ring here as the Capitals bring it to center. Kelly now. Kelly looking for a place to put it. Finds Flynn Mantilla. Now with Lewis. Lewis tries to get that pass. Capitals maintaining possession here. Turbos stabbing that ring at the center here. They'll draw a delayed penalty against the Capitals as they take the neutral zone, passing it in. Ice is fresh and fast. Makes the drop pass. Tries to tuck it in a little bit closer. Goalie stays in the net. That's our new rule this year, but 4 players are now in the zone. As Turbos get a shot off there. An early look from Cormier right on to Pelisek's chest. Our goaltender today, we talked about Sophie Daigle. In net for the Capitals is Rachel Pelisek, number 30. This is her 4th year in the league. The Capitals tend to share the net with their goaltenders, so Pelisek in for today.
That was a slashing penalty, just so you know. For 5.
And that'll be 2 minutes for slashing. So Turbos will get an early power play opportunity here as the ring stays in the zone. For that free pass up top now. Moves it over to Martin. Martin steps in, takes a shot. Great save by Pelisek. Just on top of the crease. Ring. Over 2 lines, picked up by the Turbos. Skating now, Shaughnessy moves it into center. Drop back from Martin. Martin now tries to get it back from Shaughnessy, but that bouncing ring hits the boards. And Wong will skate with it. Moves it over to Risbud. Loose ring at the blue line. Picked off by Orange. Wyville now all by herself, steps in, fakes it, shoots, and a steal! Wow. A robbery from Pelisek with that glove.
Goalie played her well.
Save of the game so far. A minute remains on the power play for the Turbos. Great early look from Wyville, all by herself there. Flipped the defense, and now here's Transom. She skates in, shoots, tries to look for that 5-hole. Pelisek closes that up. 2-line pass has to get picked up by the Turbos here. Ring will move itself to Lodge. Lodge has space. She's got time. Shoots. Piece gets deflected. Goes just above Pelisek's head. And play will get blown down. 30 seconds remain in that slashing penalty.
Someone else coming in.
Someone else is coming in.
Okay.
So a 3-on-2 opportunity here as Sarah Hayami goes to the box. This is my favorite thing in Ringette. As a forward, the greatest thrills of my life came from the 3-on-2. So Cormier will take it. And if there's 2 in the box for our new fans, you can only have 2 in your zone. So we'll have what we call a butt-to-butt defense here. Quite self-explanatory as Turbos use that triangle passing to move the ring around.
So there's 2 philosophies about the 3-on-2. One is the static, where pass, 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 and shot. And the other was move, move, move. So it's In this case, they were doing static to start, but they lost the ring. Anyways, there is mostly two philosophies on a 3-on-2.
Turbos now trying to cycle that through. The power play goes back down to 4. The Capitals did a great job of killing that 3-on-2, so now 3-on-3 back in the zone. And a shot there from the top. McGillen came off the bench, had a look. Some early opportunities here for the Turbos. Still 0-0, minute and 8 seconds remaining on the penalty to the Capitals. So Turbos still in the power play here. 20 seconds on the shot clock as they start the cycle out wide. Moving it across the top. Steps in, shoots from out wide. Another good look for Lodge. Pelisek getting a feel for the ring early here. McGillen slides it right across to Lodge. Back to McGillen. Around the net, makes the drop beforehand. Over to Wyville up top. She's got space as a ice shot. Didn't have enough power on it. Looked like it just left her stick a little bit early. So that'll stay with the Capitals. Moving that across the line. 2 on in the zone. Again, they're down a player for the next 20 seconds as the Capitals take possession in the zone. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Get one from out wide. Stays in the crease for Daigle. Makes the toss on the side of the net to Wyville. At that center position, she moves it over the blue line. Can't quite get the stab there, and overwhelmed by Wong.
Her stick was caught behind her, so she was played all over her skates.
Some cycling over the blue lines here to gain possession. Now Howard up top shoots.
On target.
Daigle gets a blocker on it. 30 seconds as the reset happens on the shot clock. Bit of a cycle out here, and another sharp angle shot from the Capitals. Lewis, a look on that post. As the ring gets skated up with Martin. Martin tries to find Ransom. Does now, but the spin gets picked up. Quick check there, and the ring will move over to the Capitals. Shoved into the neutral zone with no friendly sticks there. Martin back on the stretch pass into the zone. Lots of time here for the Turbos. Shaughnessy moves it. As the change starts happening, some speed coming in here from Newbrand. Coming around the net. Got that reset. There's a delayed call on this one. And now they're recognizing they can send a player in. The ring's on the crease. And McGillen saw that ring come loose, but just a little bit too fast. She picked that up in the crease, and the whistle will get blown. So 3rd penalty of the game already going to the Capitals. That'll be 2 minutes for slashing. And we'll get an own zone free pass here for the Capitals. Still tied at 0. So far, the Capitals have struggled a little bit with getting the ring out of the zone. Pelisek strong in the net. Now here with Kelly. Skating around that net, looking for space, moving the D in the center, passing it off up top. Six seconds on the shot clock, picked up by Turbos. Loose ring over to center with Newbrand. Newbrand over. There's 2-on-1. And a pass over to Newbrand. She just misses it and shoots wide, high up into the netting. Newbrand is she's a force to be reckoned with on that post as well.
Yeah.
She's got a shot.
She was ready there.
Lewis now behind the net for the Capitals, finding that support just in front of the blue line, getting it over, but tripped up in center ice by the Orange. Newbrand now. Newbrand tries to get a shot off, but that's blocked by the defense. Strong skating here from the Capitals to get that ring out of their zone. A little bit of a scramble there, trying again to find a friendly stick to pass it to. Gets it into clear ice, so Turbos will get it instead. Martin. Cormier on that far pass. Sunseth looking. Her team's changing. Slow things down here with Martin. Martin passes it to Lawrence. Lawrence just stepped into the crease there.
pick up the stick.
30 seconds remain on that slashing call to the Capitals. Again, their third penalty.
No, we have a rare defensive ring. We don't see a defensive ring too often.
Yeah, that's the second one they've had.
I know.
Yeah.
Today, this morning, yeah.
Yeah. It's not every day. And it's not one that teams often practice either.
No.
We don't really do much of that. Yeah. Turbos now at center. Great stab by Cormier on the fly. Back over to Martin. Martin looking for options with McGillen. McGillen on the boards. Finds the stretch along the ice. Across the way. Lawrence drops it back. 5 seconds on the shot clock. They'll want to reset here. Shot just picked up by Pelisek. They'll restart the cycle here. Down low. Wyville now up front. A backhand shovel shot. Doesn't quite get through, but she'll pick up her own rebound. Start that cycle moving around again. Wyville cutting.
Yeah,
and that
crease.
Bottom third. Okay. So in Ringette, you've got the lovely stick with no blade.
Yes.
But because you can get a lot of leverage with your hand basically at the very bottom of your stick, the play will get blown down if your hand is in what we call the bottom third of your stick, and possession will get changed over to the other team. So that's what happened there. So you always want to make sure your hands are up a little bit higher. It's also a safety issue. You don't want to get checked in the hand.
Yeah, because that's the check-in area is the bottom third.
Exactly.
So that's why we want people to only really check there. So if you put your hand there, then it's going to get hurt.
Absolutely. Turbos trying to get that pass over to Ransom, but she misses it. Cycle will start back in their own zone with the Capitals. Capitals can't necessarily connect over the blue line quite yet, but using that support in their own zone, sending that over 2 lines, so the Turbos will have to touch it. Sunseth in the Turbo zone. Trying to move things over to Lodge. Lodge over to Newbrand. Newbrand steps in, shoots just wide of that far post. That was open. She had a good look. We'll try again here.
She saw it. She saw the hole.
Cutting in. Another great save from Pelisek right into her chest. But Babineau was able to break through the center in that D and get a good look. Capitals keep sending that ring over the 2 lines, giving the Turbos the chance to pick that ring up and start the cycle from their end. A little bit more pressure here from the Capitals. 20 seconds on the shot clock, so burning some of that before they even make it to the neutral zone, showing a little bit more energy here. Ring finds its way over to Babineau. Babineau makes the long stretch pass into open ice for Martin. Martin, she's got 5 seconds on the shot clock, cuts between the center and the D, gets tripped up.
Down.
And a shot gets right onto Pelisek's shoulder.
And there's tripping call.
I'll draw that. So again, some early penalties going to the Capitals. This will be their 4th penalty. So far, we're still tied. They've done an okay job of killing.
Yeah.
A lot of the time spent has just been trying to figure out where the ring's going in the neutral zone. So Lawrence will start with the ring with Wyville and Cormier in the zone. Make the low pass into the corner, start the cycle. Wyville moves it over. Is that transition to Lodge? Lodge sneaks in over the line. That was a great play in making sure they're counting who's in and throwing off the D there. Didn't quite get a shot off though, so 12 seconds on the shot clock. Back over to Lawrence. Lawrence steps into it, shoots, goes wide. Still now in the zone, but the Capitals find it, make the support pass behind the net, skate things up. Kelly tries to pick it up, misses off her skate. Wyville now supporting in the neutral zone to Cormier. And Lawrence now on that short post. She likes to live there, but her teammates are making a change, so she'll go out wide with the drop now to Martin. Martin waiting, looking. 12 seconds on the shot clock. She's got Ransom up top. And Anderson here shoots. Bouncing ring finds itself outside of the crease, but the Capitals skated through that as they tried to push the ring away, and so the Turbos will get there.
She ran out of space and went into the crease instead. So
you gotta watch that skate sometimes. But sometimes you're so ring focused that's the important part.
Yeah.
You want to shut down those high risk plays. 56 seconds remain in this power play for the Turbos. Still looking to make something of it here. Martin steps in, shoots, scores. Top shelf from Martin. On the power play, Turbos are up by 1.
Nice quick wrist shot. So it was very good. Here's the replay coming in. She made the move and then fired it out. Top left, right-hand corner. Excellent. That's what you want to see.
The defense kind of sunk into that play as well. They were anticipating her continuing that skate closer to the crease, and so they kind of backed into the goalie, which probably provided a little bit of a screen on Pelisek.
That's correct.
And allowed that goal to go through. A great shot, obviously, but everything matters here as Capitals get an opportunity, trying to slide it past Daigle. Get the reset behind the net as they want to settle it for an opportunity here. Passing it off, just missing it with Wiley. Capitals moving that ring around, seeing somebody up top in the triangle. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Bit of chaos along the boards. They maintain that possession, but now they get that reset. Skating across the top, passing it over to the side. Still looking for a little bit of an opportunity here. Daigle hasn't really been tested. Now with a shot, gets a shoulder on it.
Took the glove, I think, more the glove than the shoulder. But yeah, either way, she ticked it away.
Good open shot for Risbud. And another attempt there with a block up front. Nally took advantage.
They're keeping the pressure on at this end, that's for sure.
Starting to connect here. Turbos now at the neutral territory. And that's intercepted by the Capitals. Risbud skates into that ring, intercepting that pass and moves it over to friendly stick. Starts the transition over into the zone. 10 seconds remaining in the period as time is winding down for the Capitals to respond in the first quarter. The shot from outside finds its way through the net, but not onto the net.
Yeah.
As Daigle holds on to the 1-0 lead here for the Turbos. Starting to settle into this game here. Hey, Gerald?
Yeah. For where they are in the standings would show that they're both equal on the ice, and which is showing in a 1-0 game, so that's good news.
Yeah, as we talked about, both teams have struggled a bit this season. Both sides, you know, they're a mixed roster of early career NRL players. We talked in the beginning as well as a couple of junior national team members as well, some earlier junior national team members too. So some action here, both goaltenders standing strong. Pelisek with that absolutely incredible save on her. And this will be that Wyville fake pump.
Yeah.
And that could be save of the game. I know it's early. That could be save of the game.
She put her hand out right at the right time. So here's the wrist shot, top right-hand corner.
Martin making no mistake, taking your team up with the lead.
Super. They didn't get the early goals like the Atlantic Attack do, but they still do. They're getting goals, so at least there's something happening in this game. So.
And you start to see a little bit more chemistry happening. I'm sure they'll have some words on the bench to ensure they can really start putting some plays together. Mm-hmm. Both of these teams have been struggling a little bit with their goal differential as well. And I know we mentioning they're very well matched in the standings, and they've both won one game this season, although the Capitals, their win came against the Turbos back in November, end of November. So the Turbos are looking to respond back in this one in the first hub of 2026 here in Burlington, hosted by your Cambridge Turbos as well. Home ice advantage potentially. As we start this second quarter, Capitals in with the ring, makes the fake drop pass, flips it back. Howard skating with it, low post, realizes she needed the reset, gets the shot off, but the ring stays in the crease, so that'll stay with the Turbos. Long stretch pass picked up by that high forward. Cormier's had a couple good looks with that challenging stab up top, moves it to Martin. Martin, she cuts, she shoots, and Pelisek gets a piece of that. Martin with the only goal in this game, wanting a second. Pelisek watching. She's got that patience as she waits for that ring around. Martin again up top, tries to shovel it off to a teammate. Still maintaining possession, 18 seconds on the shot clock here as they try to walk in, past the center and the D, maintaining possession here with Cormier. 10 seconds on the shot clock, getting a little bit of a change here as they stay to the outside. Sunseth now, back down low. Time winding down, get the shot off, and Pelisek.
Just in time.
And just missed that reset, so we'll get things back. Capitals drop it, using the support in their own zone, gaining some momentum here. Sliding it across ice.
Support passes.
Moving it quickly down with a great stab in the zone. With some speed now, trying to slide it through. Looked like Cooper had a good look there. Capitals get the reset.
She lost her stick at the same time.
Looked like someone skated past her and I think the knob got stuck.
Oh, okay.
And just whipped out of her hand.
Yeah.
All good though. Get a second for the Capitals forwards to regroup and decide how they want to play this next one. They're down only by 1. It's a decently high-scoring game, so we're still very much in this. This is the second quarter.
Lots of time to go still.
Drops it up top, up. Tries to get it low corner on the post. Continuing that cycle up top is Lewis. Lewis getting pushed away by that active center, Wyville, just making that space challenging to get through. And the shot makes its way to Daigle, who decides to make the toss, keep that play moving. And a tenacious stick here from the Capitals, stripping it. Kelly takes it.
She stole it.
And she'll draw a penalty on that as well.
Yep.
Slash. Fabulous work by Emma Kelly.
Yep.
She saw that opportunity to back check, steal that ring, go for the shot. She pulled that penalty and got a good look at the post. That's all about second effort.
That's the way she wanted to do it. So a slashing call.
So this will be the first power play for the Capitals in this game. Turbos have been clean so far. Capitals have been struggling staying out of the box, so looking to turn around the favor here. But New Brand's having a discussion with the ref, I imagine, asking questions on like, why was that called? Just want to get a clarity on that.
Yeah, or she's letting them know about something else she saw that to keep an eye out
Exactly.
for, so.
Capitals with the free ring. Here's Bud moving it. Now getting it back up top, makes the fake, cuts through the center, and then he shoots, goes through the 5-hole, and Risbud ties it up. Capitals 1-1 on the power play. Risbud breaking through the center and that D, sending it through the 5-hole to tie the team up 1-1.
Here comes the replay, and fire in the net. Fantastic. That's what they want. Move that, keep moving the stick around and fire it in. We have a tie game now.
Great shot by Risbud to tie things up. I imagine her parents, Selena and Anil, are watching. Hi guys, if you're watching. All the way from Calgary. Turbos now, Martin tries to move it, gets poked into the side of the ice, but Babineau pushed out to the side. Will keep things moving, but time is winding down on the shot clock as Martin tries to keep it alive. Flynn Mantilla will skate it away. Drop pass behind the net. With speed now, the Capitals finding that neutral zone, getting that speed moving. Risbud again, she's still on the ice. Starting the cycle. About half the shot clock remains. Getting a bit of a change here for fresh legs. Capitals. Manson dropping it back, and a shot from out far from Howard on that change, coming into the zone with fresh legs. Daigle strong on her post. Turbos facing some heat here in the neutral zone. Capitals showing a little bit more life here, bringing the energy more, I think, after that goal.
Yeah, they're right in this. Want to try and stay tight on this in this game right now.
So the ring will go back to center ice. And Ringette, we don't, we call these free rings.
Free pass.
A free pass.
Free pass, yeah.
Yeah.
You can pass it anywhere you want.
Only one person can go in the circle. You can use half the circle. You get 5 seconds to move it out. You can't skate it out. All that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Sunset now making the support in her own zone. Turbos looking for an option. They didn't like having Wyville there. They probably wanted to send her in deep. She's been on fire so far. Now Cormier, 10 seconds on the shot clock. In there with Wyville as they make a bit of a forward change. A swap here into the zone and a bit of a pass shot. More intended to be a pass, finds its way through the net, gets the reset. So Turbos back to 30 seconds here. Get a bit of a change up. Wyville over to McGillen.
Wyville, when she went to university, she was goalie for their soccer team.
Multi-sport athletes, multi-talented athletes.
Yeah, she got a scholarship to be goalie.
Hey, that's pretty good.
That's all I'll tell you.
They don't really give you scholarships for Ringette, so I guess you
we have lots of them.
You do in Ontario? Okay.
Yeah, we have some.
In Alberta, we have a couple.
Yeah, we have lots of them.
Not too many. Capitals now. Looking for an outlet at neutral zone. Find one. With speed now. Entering the zone. Defense hasn't set up yet. Tries to get the shot, but that's blocked off.
He's got a penalty on him? No. What's he got? He had one arm up. I'm trying to think what he was doing there. A little confusing because he had an arm up, but then
get another.
Maybe he had a delay. Maybe it was a delay. Just his arm was a little higher than the delay should have been. What can we do?
Everyone's coming back from the
nerves.
holidays.
Everybody's nerves. Everybody has
getting
nerves.
back into it.
We have two good referees on the ice. We have Chris, who's been to provincials and nationals, and then Brent, who's been to nationals and worlds a few times. So
nothing but the best for the NRL.
Yeah, but sometimes the arms can fool us. Don't worry. It doesn't matter who you are.
Martin to Lawrence. Lawrence shoots. Saw an opening on that close post stick side on Pelisek. Couldn't quite nail it. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Looking for a reset. Ring couldn't get its way there. Time will expire.
Oh, the goalie saved it anyways, just to be safe.
Pelisek dropping it right inside the net. There's some momentum now. Capitals trying to get it over.
Both sides. Oh, I'm not sure who tapped somebody. Oh, what a one-timer. That was a nice one-timer.
Taking advantage of the bit of a confusion, hesitation. Some people thought that was over the blue line, both sides.
Yeah.
Now Newbrand fakes it, shoots. Saw the far post. Good defense from the Capitals to keep her pushed out.
Uh-oh, Four's going for holding. Yippers. She held on to the person's stick.
That's pretty classic definition of holding, isn't it? Yeah. So another penalty going to the Capitals. I believe this is their 5th. And we'll get to see that one again, just to show you.
Yeah, so you'll watch that she holds the person's stick. Hold them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stops momentum.
Grab the stick.
So power play again here for the Turbos. The last power play they managed to do something with, so let's see what they can do here. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Still looking for an opportunity here. Getting in tight to the crease, but on top of them is the defense. Time winding down the shot clock. Shoots. Newbrand had a look. It went right into Pelisek's chest.
Someone's lost the neck guard there.
Yeah. Momentum in the neutral zone here for the Capitals. Tried to force that ring along the boards, but the Turbos were there instead. Shaughnessy now.
I don't think the refs knew who it belongs to, or else the person already left the ice, one of the two.
Turbos back in the zone with Martin. Still on the power play. Shot from outside. Just goes wide. Capitals will pick up that bounce off the boards. Neck guard's still in the way.
No, yeah, it'll be there till the next whistle.
Yeah. Oh, Pelisek might be moving it. That's smart. Good safety. Capitals at center. Brisbane now facing a little bit of a challenge there with 3-on-1 as Martin now has it back. 37 seconds in this power play for the Turbos. Starting the cycle here, Cormier looking for a low outlet. settling things down as the change happens on the fly with Wyville now stepping onto the ring. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Lodge. Lodge steps in, shoots right at Pelisek's chest. He's probably hoping a little bit for a rebound, but Pelisek kept a glove on it, passed it to her own team. Now Lodge tries to stab it.
Play it.
She'll take the risk.
That's the best way to do it, is just play it. I always tell my kids to do the same thing. Play the ring, get the whistle, and stop a breakaway.
So for those of you that are new to the best sport in the world, we're definitely unbiased in that opinion. You can't touch the ring, as the same player cannot touch the ring on both sides of the blue line, but in that instance, because it was sat as a perfect grab, basically for a breakaway on net, as the defense, sometimes you just want to take that instead of taking the risk.
Stop the breakaway.
Yeah.
Play that and don't worry about the whistle.
You'll lose possession, but hey, probably better than a breakaway.
Yeah.
5 seconds on the penalty to the Capitals as they try and make something happen in the offensive zone here. Great step up there from Turbo's D. They try to move things in with some speed. Not so easily done with Miami getting her stick in the way. Turbo's still with it. Moving it back, switching some people out. Sunseth steps in. Sunseth back out, moving the players in and out of the zone to keep that ring moving. 5 seconds on the shot clock as Wyville looks at her options. Slides it through the crease. It must have hit a piece of Pelisek. They get that reset. The cycle continues as the change happens. Sunseth walks in with Martin on the ring behind the net, coming out wide. Looking for an outlet on the side of the net. There was a fully empty cage there. Just couldn't get that stab down. Newbrand forcing her way there and gave an extra shove. The ref caught that. And I think Newbrand might be going for that one.
Well, this time the goalie's coming off. He knows she doesn't have to, but
yeah.
Unless they want 6 on the ice, maybe that could be it too.
Could be it, yeah. And that'll get blown down. Newbrand's gonna get a slashing on that. It was kind of behind the play. Great job from the ref to pick that up because.
See if we have the replay on that or not. I'm not sure if they got it. It was pretty close to the camera.
It was behind the play, yeah. So. But the ref's got eyes everywhere. You got to be careful with those errant sticks. She just kind of didn't like the check that she got, so she pushed back and. Yeah. Not a penalty you want to take. They're discussing where the ring needs to go. The reason that got blown down is because Daigle basically had possession of the ring. She had possession of the ring in her crease and pushed that off outside the crease, so that got the whistle blown down. So now they have to determine where the ring's going to be placed.
Yeah.
Ends up for the Capitals for the free ring in the Turbo end. Again, Turbo's your host of this hub here in Burlington, despite the team being from Cambridge, to take advantage of the Burlington Blast tournament, which is happening all this weekend. Right. So thank you for joining us, and if you're in the area, come say hi. Capitals, Turbos tied at 1. Capitals looking for their first lead here as they start the cycle on the power play. Sliding that ring, tries to get it across the post, finds feet traffic instead. Martin making a bit of a scary move in front of her own net, but gets it away from danger. Can't get it out of the zone, though. Capitals regain possession. Now down low, spins behind. Gets a shot on Daigle.
Oh, another penalty.
That'll be a penalty.
Another penalty
going to Turbos.
Got a busy game.
McKillen.
No question there. We have a busy game.
Another one of my favorites, Jeremy. A 3-on-2.
Oh, boy. Have to watch how they do it.
I know the defense don't like the 3-on-2s, but hey, I'm not a defense, so.
You're a forward, then you love them.
It's my favorite time to be a forward. Here we go. Capitals. She had a shot on the low post. Just a piece of it with Daigle's pad. She just had really good positioning there. I don't think she necessarily knew where it was going to be. Solid positioning keeps that one out. Shot up top. Scores! Coming in with speed. Firing it past Daigle. Molly Lewis putting her team up by 1. Taking advantage of that 3-on-2. 1 will remain in the box. Capitals will remain on the power play. But just a beautiful shot up top. Just stepping into the where the center would normally be, but again, that 3-on-2 gives you time and space. Pick that corner.
Top left, top corner, top left.
Knew exactly where she wanted to put it. Tab. Turbos will get the ring at the center. Again, still one in the box here for Turbos. Loose ring on the boards, fighting for a collision on the boards. That'll be a 4-minute major penalty to the Capitals as we get the trainer out here. Pause the action for you here as we tend to the board collision with the Turbos. That'll be a 4-minute major boarding against the Capitals. Energy started picking up in this game. Capitals seeing their first lead here. Last time these two teams saw each other, the Capitals took the win 4-3, their only win this season, so hoping to continue some momentum here against the Turbos. The Turbos, though, they're the hosts. They've got all of the hometown glory this weekend, so they're hoping to win one for their fans.
They were trying to plan it on their own Cambridge tournament weekend, the first weekend of January, but some of the teams couldn't come, so they moved it to this weekend and asked Burlington if they could host it in one rink. And Burlington said, "Sat, we can handle that." So Burlington jumped in.
Well, thank you to Burlington.
Yeah.
This is the beauty of the Ringette community.
We all work together.
We work together.
Yeah, so. But yeah, that was planned this summer, actually, when they were trying to do all the they have to plan these 6 months ahead for all the hubs because they need the teams to come. Like you see, Atlantic Attack had to book their flights in the early fall to get here for these kind of situations. So
you want to get a chance to get the flight deals.
Yeah, well, they try.
It's expensive to be in the National Ringette League.
Oh yeah, it's not cheap. These players pay their own way, and there is some fundraising and some sponsorship for the teams, but the players do pay a nice fee to play Ringette at this level. So.
And we've got the action for you all weekend long. This is the second game of 5 on your Saturday. We've got, after this, the Attack versus Fusion. We saw Attack play earlier this morning against the Wildfire. And then we've got the Turbos coming up again versus the Capitals. Oh, wait, no, that's our game right now. That's where we're at.
Next we have Atlantic Attack and Gatineau at 2 o'clock. So we get a little bit of a break.
And these two teams play each other again at 5 p.m. And then Fusion versus Wildfire at 7. So a lot of action here. And our next feature hub is January 17th through 18th in Winnipeg, in Manitoba, hosted by the Herd. And Wyville getting helped. Just a tough go into the boards there. Just trying to stop and start at the same time. Yeah. Doesn't look pleasant. We wish her all the best as she makes her way off the ice with her teammates. And that'll be a 4-minute major to the Capitals. So 1 minute and 26 remain on the penalty to New Brand. She's in the box for the slash. And then the 4-minute major on that play for the Capitals. So 2 in the box at the moment. We'll have 4-on-4 action. 2 minutes and 19 seconds remain in this quarter. Second of 4 quarters. After this quarter ends, we will have the flood. Get the Zamboni out. And then the second half of this game will start. So lots of Ringette ahead in terms of this game and games to come. Exciting action here at the Cambridge Turbos hub in Burlington.
Number 14, Molly Lewis, assisted by number 17, Emma Ellie, and number 7, TSN.
Ring starts with the Turbos. Tries to make that a quick pass and shot opportunity with Babineau. She misses it, but picks it back up over to Martin. Martin with some speed, backhand, tries to get top corner, not quite. Babineau now. Lodge, down low to Martin. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Martin making a decision here, shoots. Pelisek keeps it. Passes it off to Flynn Mantula, who will put it into neutral territory for her Capitals teammates to come and grab. Still moving things around in the neutral zone. We're 4-on-4. 40 seconds remain in the penalty to the Turbos. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Capitals have been wasting all their time just passing it back and forth. Don't get the shot off as Martin steps up at that center position and blocks that ring. Daigle now with the pass, using her stick to get it over to Sunseth. Sunseth. Slow pass to Lodge, but Lodge has space, uses a support back to Sunseth. Still in neutral territory. 15 seconds on the power play, or in the penalty to Turbos, which will put them up on the power play. Shot there, coming across the top of the ice. Shaughnessy had a look. Capitals. Just under a minute remains in this quarter. Trying to make something happen here. Getting the stab in the center. Trying to get it over the blue line, but McGillen steps into it. Penalty expires. 4-minute major remains for the Capitals, so Turbos 5-on-4 now in the zone. 20 seconds on the shot clock, just over 30 in the period. Getting a change here, slowing things down on the boards, letting the triangle sit and wait. Martin now passing it. A big shot there outside the triangle from McGillen. Bounces over to Martin. She'll pick it up, makes the fake drop. Try something here up top. Shoots through the feet, makes a bounce off Lorentz, but not enough power to do much for Pelisek. Now Turbos steal it back. Get one to Lorentz up front. She just didn't have enough space to do anything without touching that crease, so ring goes up into the netting as time winds down here. Pelisek will hang on to it as the second quarter comes to an end. Halfway through this game, 2-1 for the Eastern Ontario Capitals. Turbos looking to tie things up in that second half. They'll go to the dressing room, talk some strategy. They'll have the opportunity with 1:41 remaining on the penalty to the Capitals, that major penalty, major boarding that happened against Wyville. Strong player for the Turbos. So again, 2-1, so a bit of a low scoring game. Both sides are getting into things here. Starting to settle back into the new year. These teams have played each other once before, back in November. Capitals taking the win 4-3, their only win on the season, so Turbo's looking to get that back as we prepare a halftime interview for you here. Highlights to show you from this first half. Martin going top shelf as she takes her team up. Had some great looks so far. Been strong on her stick at the center position as well. A few attempts here from the Capitals. There's Martin again. Cuts in, tries to get that post. Great performance from both goaltenders here. Risbud squeaking it past Daigle's pads there. I liked that celebration there. That was quite good. So Zamboni's going to come out here, get some fresh ice for the players. Those of you at home, don't leave us. Go get your popcorn. Get yourself a coffee, refill it. I know it's still before noon, if you can believe it. So come back to us for the second half of this one. We'll have lots of action for you. And so we're preparing a player interview for you here down at ice level with Gerald. We'll be talking to the Capitals this morning, getting a little bit of insight on the play today. So send it over to Gerald for an interview.
Hi there, I am with number 3, Angelie from the Eastern Ontario Capitals. What is your experience of the game so far?
I'd say our team is doing pretty good. Obviously, we need to get out of the box a little bit, and get a couple more shots. But I think our possession has been good, and we've been keeping them out of their own goals as well.
Are you a forward or defense?
I'm a forward.
Okay. Have you got some shots on net today so far?
Yeah, I got the first goal of the game.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Where did you play before you came to Eastern Ontario Capitals?
I played in Calgary, Alberta, so it's been a bit of an adjustment to come here, but I really like it.
Oh, my commentator partner, she's from Calgary too,
Oh,
Emily
really?
Renenberg.
Oh yeah, I know her. My parents worked with her, so it's nice to know that she's here as well.
Wow, small world. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
okay?
you so much. Have a
Good
good
luck
day.
in your weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Okay. Back to Emily.
That was Anjali Risbud, local Calgarian. Shout out Calgary. She had the Capitals goal here, the first goal. It's the shot between Daigle's pads that we saw in the replay. This will be her, I believe, second year in the league. So playing for the East Ontario Capitals. And if you're wondering what that is, they used to be the Nepean Ravens. So fret not, this is your Nepean Ravens, just with some new jerseys, some new names. So join us back again after these messages and the Zamboni Flood for the second half of the Eastern Ontario Capitals versus the Cambridge Turbos.
They're just superhumans, and they come from a humble background.
Seeing my sisters make big teams, it made me realize, even though we're from this little province, you can make your dreams come true if you work hard.
They just love the game so much.
8 seconds remaining. Snowden with a shot.
This past season, the two of them scored 97 and 96 points each. That's in 24 games.
My earliest memory of Ringette is my dad making an outdoor rink in the backyard.
Our older sisters did not go easy on us. There was no mercy in our family.
She knows what I'm capable of. I know what she's capable of.
So they've always been really close. Moncton sisters ready to take on Ringette World.
All right, in.
This is the game we came here to play, guys. They said that if she got another concussion, she'd never be able to play Ringette again. Oh, nice break.
I'm always scared they don't get hurt.
When we first started the Atlantic Attack, we were at the bottom of the barrel. Now we can actually compete.
People sacrifice a lot for the sport.
I am just realizing now everything that they had to go through in order for us to just play a simple game. I love you!
It's always been about togetherness.
You said it once and you said it before, them Snowdens are not too bad Ringette players.
All very, very good players. All spend a lot of time at the rink. I know that these younger girls have spent a lot of time watching their older sisters play, and it's fun to watch them in a very nice game.
Yeah. And I just wanted to tell you that this year we joined Lower Ontario Ringette League.
We will be bringing you the second half of the Eastern Ontario Capitals versus your local host, Cambridge Turbos. 2-1 at the half. We've got the Zamboni out for you right now, but we'll be back with the action to see who beats each other, who wins this one. We're at the halfway point here. Cambridge Turbos versus Eastern Capital Ontario. Eastern Ontario Capitals. Got to get used to that one.
Yeah, I know.
New
It's a new team this year.
New team. Wow, new team name, same team.
Yeah.
Used to be Nepean.
We used to have a Gloucester Nepean, and now
There
it's
you
a
go.
combination
Exactly.
one team.
Period 1, only goal scored by the Turbos, 97 Jenna Martin. Period 2, first goal for the Capitals scored by Anjali Risbud. Second goal by Molly Lewis, number 14. So there's your scoring summary for the first half of this one.
Yep.
So we have some archive footage brought to you from the year 1979 for you to enjoy.
Super.
When Sports Weekend asked me to come and cover Ringette, I had the same question everybody else had. What is Ringette?
I don't know. Do you know what Ringette is?
I really don't know.
I guess something to do with a ball. I don't know. Hey, what do you think? Girls play it?
It's girls hockey. That's what it is.
Isn't it?
But the process of moving the ring down the ice is what makes the game of Ringette different. You know, in hockey, they have an offside where a player cannot cross the blue line before the puck. Well, in Ringette, that's out. No player in Ringette may carry the puck across any line. One of the more interesting stories at these championships is about number 2, 17-year-old Breda Lind of Saskatchewan. Through the skills obtained in Ringette, she is looking at a possible scholarship to a university.
Well, I have a chance to go to Harvard, to play hockey. The coach phoned me, said that I was first on his recruitment list. And as soon as they heard Canadian and that I once played hockey, they just think that, Wayne Gretzky or something.
One of the big problems in Ringette, we've talked to some of the officials, they'd like to speed up the game. And in order to do that, they may have to go to a shot clock. And we asked Marnie Gutfredson how much this would affect Manitoba's game.
Generally, it will affect the game of Ringette. It'll make it a much faster game. It'll change Manitoba's style, because I know our style does deal with a lot of ring ragging. I think it would be better generally for the game of Ringette. It would speed the game up, and we would just have to learn how to change our style.
Here we see Betty Shields, president of Ringette Canada, present the Jean Sauvé Cup to the Manitoba champions, the girls from Winnipeg. And as we said, 4 years, 4 times out of 5 years is not bad in any sport. Right back at it in the fall, all winding up with their national championships next year in Regina, Saskatchewan. So from Dollard, Des Ormeaux, back to Sports Weekend Control in Toronto.
So that was 1985, which, that's not
Just a
too
couple
long
years ago.
Not too long ago, but we saw some footage earlier in our last game from 1979 that does look like there was some transition from 79 to 85. Maybe mostly the hairstyles changed a lot from 79 to 85.
But some of the equipment did change.
Some of the equipment looks a little bit more familiar, like the stuff we're wearing these days. Hey?
They were wearing knee pads, actually, and shin pads in those videos.
Improved safety from 79.
Yep.
And we'll send you for some extra messages before we bring you back into our second half action here. So please enjoy. Welcome back, Ringette fans, joining us across the country, but I also hear from around the world, which is very exciting.
Yes.
We love to share our great game with those of you.
This is one of our first worldwide presentations, so we're looking forward to that. I know from Finland, Marty was logging in.
Hi, Marty.
Marty from Finland, he told me he was going to check it out. He sent me a Facebook post, so But yeah, I let him know that we were doing this weekend. He was really thrilled that I was part of it too, because we did work together in the Mississauga Worlds. So, and I've been to Finland and visited him there at his home. So it's fantastic. So.
Yeah, why don't you talk a little bit more about your background, Gerald, and tell people what your life's been like in the sport of ringette.
So I'm known as the longest serving and active ringette referee in the world. And then this year, I've been coaching now for a couple of years, so now I'm also have the record of the longest serving and active ringette coach in the world.
Oh, wow.
Because I started coaching in '79.
Oh, wow.
It was just a couple of years ago, right?
I won't tell you how many years that was before I was born, but that's fine.
So I'm coaching a 19B team this year out of Markham. And we're having our good year, so we're really proud of the players. And so my second year doing that team, so it's fantastic. The players that wanted to play and didn't have a coach, so I jumped in.
Can I ask you what your favorite thing about ringette is?
Oh, just meeting the players and talking to them and the parents. I mean, it's positive. It's a positive environment. Okay. Well, even when you're refereeing, the players will come up and ask you a good question, and you smile back and give them an answer. And that's what you want. You want the communication going both ways. From the players to the parents, right, and to the referees. So we got some highlights going on here. Was this for the game I guess we just had or so? But so I started refereeing in '69. This is just a couple of years ago, and it started off. We had outdoor rinks in Sudbury back then, and I was the big brother carrying the sticks to the rink because I had 3 sisters that played and Mom coached.
Somebody has to.
And then a referee didn't show up one day, and my mom gave me the whistle and said, "I'll tell you when to blow it."
Oh, wow.
So
that's an origin story.
That's why I started refereeing, and then
clearly you hated it too.
What's that?
Clearly you hated it. You don't ever want to come back.
And then years later I started doing tournaments, and then once I was doing tournaments, I was hooked. It was because you get to go travel the province and meet people from all over the place, and
eventually travel the world, as you said.
And I went to Finland.
There you go.
As I went to States as a referee, and I went to Finland as a referee, so I was, international. I can say I'm international.
Just call him Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah. So
all right,
I guess we're getting ready to go here, so we're just waiting for the other team to come out, and we'll give Emily the show back.
So we've got the same situation as we left off with, 2-1 for the Capitals. There's a major penalty still being served in the box here for the Capitals. So Turbos will start out on the power play. Despite being a goal back, still a pretty close game. They're looking to respond here as they start from center, taking advantage of the fresh ice. Starting some movement up top, looking for the shot. Easy save there from Pelisek. Passing it off to her teammates. Capitals skating, looking for an opportunity for an outlet in the neutral zone. Find one, bouncing it off the boards, but can't quite keep a stick on it. Get it back. Taking it into the zone, skating it up, moving it to the side. Back pass across the ice.
Net.
Absolutely beautiful. Right behind her. That was Emma Kelly. Heads up play there. Capitals taking their time. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Still have some space here. Across the top is Emma Kelly. She gets it over to Daigle. Daigle having a blocker out front to try and stop that pass, but Turbos will get it back. 45 seconds remain on the penalty. Turbos now with speed. Coming in is Martin. Martin shoots. And that'll go off the netting. Martin, she's got the only goal for the Turbos of the game. That was that first goal where she stepped in, fired it top shelf on Daigle's stick side. Mm-hmm. So she's definitely been buzzing and looking for more here. So Cormier will take the ring. Puts it to the boards with Anderson. Anderson makes it look like she might skate in, passes it back, tries to find Cormier, but McGillen will step in instead. Slots the ring.
There's still one person in the penalty box, so there's a few more seconds.
Yeah. Anderson gets that loose ring. Has time. Reset happened on the shot clock. Back to Cormier. Cormier fakes it back, steps up front, shoots. Goes wide. No reset there. Turbos will pick up their own ring. Lorentz on the outside moves it to Anderson. Bit too much there. They're close together as well. Anderson tries to cut through the center in the deep, gets picked up by Cormier. Cormier over to Lawrence. That bouncing, bobbling ring can't quite settle. And they don't get the reset there. So that'll go back to Pelisek for the 5-second toss. Bit of a hybrid coverage there from the Turbos. Some were playing zone, but Lawrence decided to stay man on there.
Took her down, but she kept the ring. That's why they didn't call a penalty.
And still in the neutral zone. Martin had it, but was picked off by Risbud. Risbud passing it off, getting some momentum into the zone with Nally. Nally moving it across. And that loose ring will get picked up by Shaughnessy. Turbos now. Over to Newbrand. Newbrand loses it, but gets it back. Back to even strength here. Newbrand tries to find an opening on the short side, gets her own rebound. Keeps the cycle out wide, comes across the top, turns, passes. Martin at the center and the D collapse in, so no shot there. Back over to Newbrand, off her skate, can't get that stab. Capitals will step into it. Risbud hearing the screams of a teammate, but couldn't quite get that ring through.
Oh, I think there's a penalty there.
She'll get a call for that.
Yeah, definitely body contact.
Body contact.
We felt that one.
Yeah. Yeah, you could feel that one for sure. Martin just playing a little bit more on the body than the ring. Still definitely ring focused, but instead of going for the stick, goes a little bit for the shoulder. They're a bit mismatched in height, so a little bit in the head there, but that'll be a 2-minute call for body contact. Capitals, I believe this is their third power play of this matchup. As they start the cycle in the zone, back behind the net, passing it out front. Makes the drop up top, fakes it between the center and the D, shoots, and it's in! A repeat of goal number 1. Gets it past Daigle, cuts through the center and the D. And that's in. Capitals up by 2. Thanks to that push through by Grayson Cooper. Beat the center and the D.
Yeah.
Made that space. That's 2 of the similar goals on Daigle. Not too many looks for the Capitals right now, so their shot to goal ratio is doing quite well here, I think, as the Turbos now get their opportunity in the zone. Half the shot clock remains as they slide it into the center. Goes through the crease. Turbos trying to pick it up. And a shovel backhand from Lawrence goes wide. Capitals scoop it up behind the net, get some speed out here. Find the pass to center with Howard. Howard looks long, finds Flynn Mantilla. She gets checked off. Now it's 3-on-1 along the boards. And Cormier will muscle her way through that. That's the stretch support pass. Gets it to Lawrence. Taking her time to create the space. Long pass along the boards to Sunset. Sunset drops it back to Babineau. Babineau up top, looking, reevaluating. Wants more space, has 5 seconds on the shot clock, still trying to get something, gets pushed off, and no reset there, but the Capitals will push it into their own crease, and that'll change possession. Loose ring goes 2 lines. Turbos had to touch it. Now with speed is McGillen. Moving it into open ice for Martin to skate into. Martin slams on the break, turns around. Uses the support back over to Martin. Couldn't quite stab that. Capitals get it back. And they're looking at a 1-on-1 here. And a shot on Daigle goes into her shoulder. Had some speed and strength there. Not quite on target. Turbos will get things back quickly here. Ring finds its way to the net, bounces off Pelisek. Capitals feeling some heat here. Skating with it now to center. Center. Moving it into the zone, but can't find a stick again. Having a hard time connecting here. Now another opportunity on the way back. A shot on the side.
She was a little too deep to take the shot, I think.
It's a very good defensive play to just use the body to channel. I believe that was Rebecca Bastian using her body to completely channel that ring away and take away that shooting lane from Claire Lodge. Newbrand now over to Babineau. Babineau tries to move, gets in tight, shoots. Pelisek's there. Places it on the line for Bastian. Bastian moving it up. Stabbing seems to be a struggle on both sides of the ice. The way that ring moved, it just happened to go across 2 blue lines. Or actually, I think that was both sides.
Yeah, it was touching. It was touched right before it went over. So just a single line.
It's a single line. So that'll go back to the Turbos. Still within 2. Ringette's a pretty high-scoring game. We still got a lot of time left, Gerald.
Oh, yeah.
We're not too worried about this, eh?
No. There's lots of players still. And we have lots of good players on the ice, so they'll capitalize when needed.
Turbos fighting to get it in to the zone, settling it. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to find that opening with Cormier. Cormier
Good try.
gets the shot, but it bounces oddly, stays out. Turbos will maintain possession. No reset there. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Cuts through, gets the shot. Bouncing ring stays wide. Cormier. We've been out there for a while, so they're going to make a bit of a change here on the fly. Good stick there from the Capitals. Risbud watching and waiting for her opportunity to check. A bit of a mispass there with 2-on-1 into the corner. Leaves some space here for Law. Law now facing 2-on-1. Turbos putting some pressure on now as Capitals move it into center, down into the corner. Want to start settling it here to get some opportunities net side with Vesselation. Over to Risbud. Gets picked off by McGillen. McGillen, short pass over the line. Now into the zone. McGillen again with the ring up top, shoots out wide. Lots of power, just needed to be a few inches lower.
Yeah, it was heading the right way.
And Lorenz makes
nice
a spin
steal
move.
back.
Drops it to Cormier.
She had a chance to go for the steal, and then she decided to
Go for the
calm
change.
down.
Now to Newbrand. Newbrand having some troubles with picking up the stabs. Gets it back to center. Turbos keep it. Get the reset on that. And a shot from outside, Ransom. She got to look up front, but not just there on target as the Capitals now finding neutral ice, getting the stab clear over the blue line up front now. Trying to see who's open. Robichaud keeps the cycle moving. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Time winding down here as she's pushed out to the outside. Makes the pass. That low pick placed on the bottom of the triangle there. Didn't quite help out, but time will expire. Turbos will still get the ring. It'll go to Daigle, who get to decide what to do with it instead. Easy drop behind the net. Long pass, that high forward. A little too much for Babineau.
It's a good foot pass.
Capitals moving things back in. They have some speed. Makes the drop. Shoots.
Oh, tip of the stick.
Good look for Daigle, staying in positioning. Some battle along the boards. Turbos come out with it. Passing into open ice. Now they see Babineau. She's looking for somebody. Finds Cormier. Trying to get some fresh legs out here as Cormier assesses. Goes back to Babineau. Babineau waits, fires.
Off her face mask.
Get her a bit of a snowy surprise. A little bit of a cold blast there as Anderson now slides that ring into the center of the triangle. D picks it off. Gets that skate going. Can't quite connect on the passes. And that'll get called as a tripping.
Yep. Eastern Ontario, I believe.
So we interviewed Anjali Rizbud at the half, and one of the things she says they got to work on for this half of the game is staying out of the box. It worked for a little bit.
Yeah.
They had some big problems being in the box, getting those penalties in the first half of this game, particularly the first quarter. They started to settle things down. Just a bad break there, in my opinion.
Good to see.
So that'll be a 2-minute trip. Turbo's back on the power play.
So Wyville just walked past me, and she's actually limping. So at least she
seems in good spirits.
She seems in good spirits. So she wanted to give me a hug, but we're a little busy right now.
Just a little bit. The team on the power play. It's a bit of a struggle for possession there as it'll get blown down and sent over to Pelisek. Makes the toss over, but Cormier was watching that like a hawk. Passes it up front, can't quite find Jasmine Ransom's stick, but she was there with an opening up front. Capitals now looking to send some speed into the corner. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Looking to regroup, shoots on the short side. Daigle has that no problem. Makes the long pass up to Martin. Martin over to Newbrand with a great stab. Now long pass to Babineau. Babineau with speed, tries to grab it, but a great back check as Molly Lewis comes flying into the zone.
That's right at the right time, too.
Newbrand had no idea. She's slightly behind the play, but that actually that worked out in that.
Another penalty for slashing. It's like for Cambridge's time.
Maybe they wanted to be twins, you know. Oh, that'll be Newbrand again. That's her second slashing penalty of the game. So both teams getting a little familiar with the box in this one.
Yeah.
We'll have 4-on-4. 53 seconds remain in the Capitals penalty with a fresh 2 minutes on the board for Turbos. Capitals. A slight pick on the center there, a bit off kilter, but maintain the possession. Down low, keep momentum moving. Coming across the top, tries to do the backhand high, goes above the net, no reset there.
He's calling for the reset, but
and that'll be a penalty.
Another penalty.
So the reason everyone was trying to communicate, get rid of the ring, is because you want as much time on the 3-on-2 as you can possibly get.
Yep.
So with Martin going to the box, now it'll be the Capitals' first time at looking at this 3-on-2. Actually, it's their second, I think. So we'll see how Turbos play this one. They've got Shaughnessy out.
Oops, I missed the ring.
Moving things quickly. Great stick from Shaughnessy, keeping that lane blocked. Daigle on top of that, trying to pick up the ring as it's buried in her pads. Throws it over the line as it goes running over the blue line.
Oh, I almost made it over 2.
Time expires on the Capitals penalty. Now they're 5-on-3 with the player coming out of the box. Gets a shot. A good sequence there.
Yeah.
Turbo's trying to just get rid of that ring to kill things.
They want them back in that zone so they can go 3-on-2.
Still 47 seconds in this 3-on-2. A lot of time. Capitals want to use it. Don't let the Turbos waste it. Kelly now walks in. Passes it down back to Kelly. Kelly just whiffs on it. Up top. And a great shot there. He's taking advantage of the space is Cooper. Daigle.
Good defensive work there. And they can see if they can capitalize on it.
Cooper to Kelly. Kelly just misses the stab. Once again, a lot of pressure being that low forward in these instances. And a fake on Daigle. Gets the space to go up. Daigle just gets a pad on it. Great look there. 10 seconds remain on this 3-on-2 as the Turbos push that ring out of the zone. 10 seconds left in this period. So time will expire on the 3-on-2 now, and 4 seconds left in this quarter. As the Capitals put some pressure on the Turbos. 23 seconds remain on the additional penalty to Martin. So she'll go back to the box after they take the quick break between quarters. There was some energy in that last few minutes.
Yeah, there was, they were trying to push at both ends, but, they're trying to keep the pressure on because both teams know they gotta go for the win here because they're both in a situation where they've had very few wins. Eastern Ontario have 1 win. Cambridge have had 1 win coming into this weekend. So, you know, they want to have that win.
Well, and both teams are, you know, they've got a mix of young and veteran talent. There's a number of rookies on both of these rosters. Oftentimes these teams will go through cycles of they have a core group that's been together for, you know, 10 years, and then they'll have some retirements and things like that, and then you'll start fresh with a new group. So I think they're in both are probably what they would describe as kind of a building phase at the moment.
Yeah.
But that's how these things go. That's how you build a cohesive team. That's how you build a culture.
University, then they come back.
Absolutely.
So, well, they go away, have kids like Jackie Senior, and come back. You know, there's lots of reasons why they teams fluctuate from year to year.
And it's so great to have so many teams within the province as well. I mean,
it's fantastic.
Even in the league, you know, just
we have
adding
14 teams in the league now. It's fantastic.
Adding Rocky Mountain Rage was a big win this season as the league continues to see success, especially with this hub model. Again, this is the Turbos hub, so we're in Burlington bringing you the action for the final quarter of this Saturday morning game. As the Turbos host it, now Capitals get first opportunity here. 15 seconds remain on the penalty to the Turbos, so time winding down on this power play here as the Capitals walk into the zone. Back pass, creating some space, but that's a delay of game will be called.
Interference.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Interference. They stepped into somebody who's supposed to be.
Yeah. Growing up in the Calgary AA system, we'd come out to Ontario every year for the Ottawa tournament, the Gloucester tournament.
Yeah.
And we always had to, me particularly, had to adjust the style of my picks.
Yes.
Because the style that is played out here and picked up by the refs is a lot different than at home.
More
you got to watch those.
More freer out in the West.
It's cowboy country. What do you expect? The Wild West.
Yeah. But the West does take the Ringette seriously, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, let me tell you, I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
So time now expired on the initial penalty to the Turbos. Now they are on the power play here as the interference was called on the Capitals. 5 seconds on that shot clock. That attempt went wide, but reset now along those boards with Martin free from the penalty box. Trying to make something happen here. Tried to move it to Cormier. Cormier tried to move it back to her. Now it's picked off by the Capitals. Two-on-one here.
They're checking hard.
They have the extra player on the Turbos. Great interception here by Lodge. Lodge now, she moves it over. Play starting to settle down a little bit here. About a minute remaining on the power play here. As McGillen takes a shot from out wide, curling around that defense. Doesn't get the reset. 6 seconds on the shot clock with the pick up front. Martin cuts through and then a stick gets that ring off. Battle in front of the net. And there's an example of a good pick.
Checks there, but they're letting him go.
Capitals finding it hard to move out of their zone, but eventually find a stick.
It was a high check, but it was right on stick, so that's why they didn't call a penalty for it.
Anderson now. Sunseth fakes it. Shot blocked by the defense. As time comes to expire on the penalty. So we're back to even strength now. Cycle continues. Turbos, a lot of offensive zone dominance here, not letting things up. Cormier over to McGillen. McGillen tries to get one off.
Solid defense there. Still stopping those shots.
Getting bodies in the way.
I think the shot clocks were off.
Yeah, definitely.
That happens.
I think they've had a little bit of troubles on these ones today.
Yeah.
Why don't we take this moment to also, thank our shot clock officials.
Yeah.
One of the officials of our game, including our on-ice officials.
Her name's Emily.
Thank you, Emily, for being our shot clock operator today. It is one of the most critical positions alongside the on-ice official. So shout out shot clock professionals. Turbo's up top, down low.
Oh,
and a really good look there. Almost gets pushed in. A penalty
now we
gets
got a penalty.
drawn. Just chaos ensuing in front of the net.
Wow.
We'll get a second look at that.
I should watch this.
And that'll be Newbrand passing it down low.
She
Rebound
grabs
comes
her.
out.
She pulls her down.
That is a desperate attempt to ensure that the goal does not happen. Abby Manson taking her role very seriously. And you know what? I have been on many teams that have said if there is a clear opportunity for goal and you kind of have to do something that puts you in the box, sometimes you have to take that risk. It's all about in the moment decision making.
It's competitive. You have to play competitive sometimes at the top level. And this is at the toppest level.
Well, and it's 3-1. There's not much of a spread there.
No.
So that'll put the Turbos back on the power play. Familiar territory for them, but Capital's done a good job of killing these penalties so far in this game. Bouncing ring shoots it over the blue line. Have to reset here for the Turbos. They lost an edge. It's a defensive strength drawing, so big reaction from the Capitals bench.
She got it through the crowd. That's why they were planning.
Turbos, long stretch pass into center ice. Shaughnessy making a decision. Fires off target, but Lodge tries to follow up with a back check. Ring gets moved over to Lewis. Lewis has sit base, but Shaughnessy maintains that body position very well. Lewis can't hold on. Lorentz now in the corner. There's only 2 in that zone. Now they've got 3. Shot from McGillen on the the short side of Pelisek. Pelisek's been doing really well today. Really strong.
Yeah.
Maintaining her angles.
Very calm.
Very calm. Yeah, absolutely. Turbos restarting here. 39 seconds on the Capitals penalty. Try to feed it in center for Sunseth, who was hiding in the triangle. Drops it to Martin. Martin's bouncing ring finds McGillen. 5 seconds on the shot clock. McGillen fires!
Oh,
top shelf. 3-2. McGillen takes it within 1. Beautiful shot. Absolutely powerful from far outside. Was she standing on the ringette line? She may have been. Let's see. Takes the time and space she needs.
No, not yet. She was just inside, but still, it was still a bullet. No question.
Rockets pass Pelisek. Takes her team within 1. Turbo's looking for that. They had a lot of opportunities, but couldn't quite get things past that goal line. This will give them some energy. Capitals need to respond. Back to even strength. Up top, Capitals crashing through. Risbud gets taken down.
Let's see it from here.
That crease violation gives it to Daigle. Daigle fakes it a couple ways. The coverage on the Capitals looks good. Risbud steals it in the corner. Cycle starts all the way around. Turbos getting that ring in their own zone. Anderson now looking for an outlet. Finds Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy has some speed. Turns around. Wants to get out of the zone to make the change. 10 seconds on the shot clock as Ransom takes it. Goes for the long skate, maintains possession, tries to pass it through the triangle, but gets picked off by the center. Capitals in the neutral territory now, over to Risbud. Risbud trying to use her speed, gets taken down. She'll draw a penalty for that.
Yep.
Turbo's body contact. And that was a good generation of an opportunity here because Risba just kept her feet moving. She knew that she was going to have a battle to get to the net. But because she kept her feet moving and maintained that body connection, then Sunset drew the penalty.
I thought it was more the stick from our angle from up here. It looked like more the stick, but from the referee who was closer, he said body contact. So there was contact, no question. But I thought it was from this angle it looked like the stick. So
2 minutes on the board. Capitals down low. Sending someone inside that triangle, trying to feed it in, but it bounces off skates, tries to push it forward, and that'll be another penalty. This time going to the Capitals.
Busy game is for sure.
See, if we had advanced stats, I would love to know how much of this game has been played at full strength.
Yeah, I know.
Some math on that.
Yeah.
But there's definitely been a lot of penalties here.
Oh, yeah.
They've been trading them back and forth.
We don't see everything, but that could be maybe one of the reasons that because these teams have only won one game. Maybe they've been in the penalty box against other teams. You know? So it's possible. I'm just speculating that if they're getting a lot of penalties together, then they could be getting a lot of penalties when they play other teams too.
Kelly tries to sneak it into the corner, but Shaughnessy will win that battle along the boards. Gets it up to Newbrand. Newbrand looking for support with Lodge. Lodge to Newbrand. Newbrand cuts in, passing it off to McGillen, fires it backhand, and it takes it home. McGillen ties things up, 3-3. Second goal. The Turbos are tied. There's your captain.
Yeah.
I think Newbrand knew that there was going to be an outlet there. She wanted to cut, but she didn't fully commit to that cut. Knew that there was going to be support on that post. McGillen stabs that ring very effectively and gets it off her stick. Makes no mistake.
Someone I'm going to be interviewing later on tonight, I think, because I actually know her. She coaches a team in Oshawa. 14AA team, I think. So,
excellent.
Yeah.
A lot of these players very good at giving back.
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic.
Capitals shoot.
Oh,
that's in. They respond. Abby Manson on the post.
We have a name. We have a game now. It's rocking along nicely.
Quick response from Abby Manson brings the Capitals back in the lead just shortly after the Turbos tied it.
So here's the back pass there, and then bang, it in the corner right there. That back pass was the key pass to make that.
Now we're still 4-on-4 because both sides are in the box. So if there's two people in the box, both on different sides, nobody's let free.
That's correct.
So still 4-on-4 action here. Turbos now in the zone. Looking to respond quickly here as well. You can feel the energy rising in this building, especially after that big goal. Manson stays on the ice, makes the pass up into the neutral zone. Now receives it back in the zone. Decides to pass it back. Howard looks, goes high. Bouncing ring stays with the Capitals. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Manson looking for the back pass here and a shot from the side, basically on the line from Robichaud. Tries to get the 30 seconds. And the penalty to the Turbos expires. So the Turbos now have the power play for about 10 seconds. As they come into the zone here with Cormier. Cormier comes across the center, gets past Manson, gets a shot off, but nothing too challenging for Pelisek. Time expires on the Capitals penalty, and we are back to 5-on-5 action here.
Yeah, there was a Eastern Ontario defenseman inside the crease, so that's why for Cambridge.
4-3 is our score. This is a tight game. We talked earlier, these teams well matched. Both struggling a little bit this season, but finding their footing here in today's game. Lodge from outside shoots. There's a lot of power in that one. Easily swept out for Pelisek. Finds the pass. And the defense take it out. Trying to slip it into the neutral zone.
Blue line.
And that'll be a penalty there as well. Body contact, I believe, on McGillen. Yeah.
Scores a couple goals, now she gets a penalty.
Gordie Howe hat trick, as they call it. Almost. Almost a Gordie Howe.
Maybe. But maybe she wanted a break. I don't know.
So Capitals back in the zone. They'll be on the power play for 2 minutes. Back pass fake. Back over to Risbud. Drops it back. Over to the top. And a deep fake here. Tries to make a move on Daigle. Cooper steps right into that opportunity and continues to fight back here. Trying to get that ring.
2 minutes for body pop.
Cormier now in the zone, settling it down. 10 seconds on the shot clock as she waits for backup, turns across the center, finds the pass, and a shot from Newbrand doesn't quite make its way through. And the Capitals will pick it up behind their own net. Bounces off a stick. Technically a pass in that way. And a back pass to Kelly. Kelly shoots, goes 5-hole.
Yes.
Another 5-hole on Daigle. A beautiful goal. She knew exactly where she wanted to put that. It was wide open. 5-3 for the Capitals. Slowly increasing that lead. Still time left on the clock, but Emma Kelly helping her team push the differential here. And it's that initial drop pass that drags the entire triangle away from the net. Daigle's basically left on her own.
Yeah, it's because they see the ring in front of them, and then she makes the back pass.
A bit too ring focused on that play. And Emma Kelly takes advantage. Cycle in for the Turbos. We're back to even strength now with that goal. Daigle will come to the bench as Turbos look to add another player on the, they're adding a player in the zone but not on the ice. So they want to keep the option open for sending Daigle back. A bit of a bouncing ring there up top. Doesn't hit the net. They want to set themselves up with a bit of a hybrid box here. Passing it around and using the additional player. Martin dangling here. Over to Babineau. Babineau turning, spins, fakes one way, shoots another. Kalasek coming in short side. Babineau thought she had an opening, and now the Capitals have an open ice shot. Missed. Daigle was nowhere near that net.
Yep.
Just wide. A lucky break there for the Turbos. They're still in this. As Ringette players, we like to think about this in shot clocks. Emma Kelly now trying to get another opportunity here, passing it off. And a shot.
One of the Cambridge player in the crease, so it'll be Eastern Ontario ring.
So we have about 4.5 shot clocks remaining. And usually we want to keep your shifts within like 30 to 45 seconds, so that kind of matches up with the shot clock. So it's about it's the shift by shift, shot clock by shot clock mentality. 2 goals is very much doable for the Turbos. They just need to get possession back. So the name of the game for the Capitals now is to play a control game. They want to maintain possession. Don't do anything silly to get rid of the ring, but waste time. So we'll see how they do it in this one. Some passes here, just not finding the stab. Turbos with speed. Daigle's still staying in her net for now. 2 on, forcing that ring loose, but the Capitals will pick it back up. Under 2 minutes now. Capitals to the center. And that'll get picked up by the Turbos. Support to Cormier with Daigle half committing to coming out now that it's in the zone. She's out of the net. They'll send 4 in, but keeping only 5 on the ice, deciding to keep that flexibility with Daigle. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Turbos looking for something up top here. Sticks in the way. Lodge fires, goes wide. Low angle opportunity here. Blocked off by the defense. Tense feeling in this rink here as the home team host. Cambridge Turbos still trying to get the opportunity to get the ring on the net. Capitals forcing that into the zone. Hearing yells of control from the bench as the bouncing ring tries to get wrangled by somebody here. Sunseth finding some support with Lodge. And an interception there gives it back. And the ring with Hayami. Hayami steps into the crease. That'll be no goal. Nagel, quick pass to Sunseth, who is open on that far side, using the support. Time winds down. Turbos want the one last look here. Babineau trying to see your options. Maybe fake out the goalie in the defense. 10 seconds remain here, coming across the top. Babineau cuts through, shoots, falls into the crease. No problem for Pelisek. And that ends the game. Turbos trying to get some momentum there in the end, but the Capitals, their second win of the season. Their first one came against the Turbos back at the end of November, and now they're second on the season. Again, against the Turbos, taking this one 5-3. With the go-ahead goal coming in the second half. And great goalie performances on both sides. The Capitals just figured out with Sophie Daigle today that her 5-hole was just very much available. I think there were 3 goals scored in that way, and Pelisek just standing on her head, demonstrating that a couple years in the NRL, she's done well. This is our second of 5 games here today on your Cambridge Turbo NRL Hub weekend. We first saw the Waterloo Wildfire versus the Atlantic Attack. We just had the Eastern Ontario Capitals versus the Cambridge Turbos. You will get to see the Capitals versus the Turbos again today at 5 p.m. Some highlights on this game. Wyville with the first attempt and the save by Pelisek. That I would argue that's still the save of the game, even though it came very early in this one. Turbos not making it an easy win for the Capitals, but the Capitals finding the back of the net a lot more often here. With some strong efforts from some key players, including Martin, Risbud, Kelly, Cormier. Some good energy in this building today, both having some hometown crowds, both being from Ontario. And we're arranging a post-game interview for you here as we walk through the highlights of this one. These two teams, again, they'll face each other later today for some redemption. And so as they get used to playing again in 2026, getting used to back to Ringette and learning how to play against each other as we start walking into the countdown for the Canadian Ringette Championships happening March 29th to April 4th. Again this year in Ottawa. Ottawa was the host last year and is the host again this year, so lots to look forward to. I did the math on that. Today being January 10th, we are 78 days away from Nationals, so get excited. And if you'd like to pick up some merch to support your local teams beforehand, head over to ringette.ca to pick up your NRL-related merch. And now we have our end-of-game player interview with Gerald.
Hi there, I have Caitlin McGillan from the Cambridge Turbos, and she scored 2 key goals in this game just now. How were your thoughts coming into this game?
Oh, I think it was super exciting to get back on the ice, especially right after the New Year's, and be back with the team, and it was a fun game to play.
Fantastic. You know, you've made the nice back passes are coming right to you, and you're popping them in, so that's fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Good. What else do you do outside the Cambridge Turbos?
I'm a supply teacher, and then I also coach and help assist with the 14 AAs in Oshawa.
Super. And I think you have some players that you used to be a long-time players, that are coaching with you. Do you know who they are?
Oh, definitely. I have some phenomenal bench staff that I get to learn from. Sherilyn Wooters, Leslie Russell, Megan Campbell. They're all phenomenal, and I love learning with them and working with them every day.
And we think it's fantastic that players are giving back and coaching. So just want to congratulate you on that, what you're doing there, and well done in the game today.
Awesome.
Okay,
thank
good luck
you so
the rest
much.
of the weekend.
Awesome. Thank you.
Back to Emily.
Thanks, Gerald. That was Caitlin McGillen, 5-year vet of the National Ringette League. She scored 2 in that game, 2 of 3. Made a really good effort to try to get her team within that game, but ends with 5-3 to the Eastern Ontario Capitals, taking their second win of the season against the Cambridge Turbos. We will be back with you for Atlantic Attack versus Gatineau Fusion at 2 p.m. So stick with us, come back and enjoy some Ringette with us, and we'll have you with your Ringette game soon. Thanks very much.